In the shadows, under the moon's light, Alley Gal whispers, we won't quit. Through the darkness, her voice rings clear, guiding us home like a beacon of cheer. Rebel hearts beat is one we stand tall. Galaxies wide, our spirits call. From the ashes we rise anew. With Alley Gal, we fight and pursue. Starships soar, in the night they fly. Brave pilots ready to defy tyranny's grip. It cannot hold. For Alley Gal, we'll face it bold. Rebel hearts beat as one we stand tall. Galaxies wide, our spirits call. From the ashes we rise anew. With Alley Gal, we fight and pursue. In the storm, our bonds grow strong. United, we're a force to wrong. No matter the odds, we won't back down. Together, we'll break free. Let the chains fall down. Rebel hearts beat as one we stand tall. Galaxies wide, our spirits call. The ashes we rise anew. With Alley Gal, we fight and pursue. Rebel hearts beat as one stands tall. Galaxies wide, our spirits call. From the ashes we rise anew. With Alley Gal, we fight and pursue.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Rebellion. I hope you all are doing well tonight. Again, my apologies. I am still a little bit under the weather. So I have my tea here. I have turn on that. This has been helping me keep my sinuses clear. So yeah. I hope you are all doing well, and if you haven't already, and you are new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe over on YouTube. We are working up to 500 subscribers on the YouTube side of things, and if we get 500 subscribers, we will be taking our Wampa to Relic 10. So that's something down the road that's going to be pretty exciting. So yeah, make sure you hit that subscribe button for sure. Plus, be notified whenever we go live. If you are over on the Twitch side of things and you are already following, make sure you hit that follow button so that way you can be notified whenever we go live on the Twitch side of things as well. Plus, if you haven't and you would like to be informed, follow the link tree down below. That will take you to the Club 38 link tree, and in there is the Discord, where you could get my notifications, you could get Kate Gaming's notifications, or notifications when Club 38 goes live. So that's another important thing, is making sure you hit that podcast. Also in there is the links for the Club 38 Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Amazon Podcast links. That's all right in there, as well as the shop merchandise you get a Club 38 hoodie and a Alley Gal merch right here. This is my special hoodie. So we do have some merch there as well as the PayPal link. Anything that goes into the PayPal gets put right back into the stream. So that is also in there as well. Yeah, big things coming down the road. Let me just get my chat up here. Okay, so Grand Arena. We are on a 5 loss streak. We need to break this streak, guys. We gotta break it. Hey Marshmallow, how are we doing? Hope you're doing well. This tea's helping. I love this tea. It's a peppermint tea to kind of help with the cold. Okay, so looking at this, looking at what we have so far, it looks like another, like if you saw yesterday's stream, we had, yeah, learn a thing or two, what not to do, because yesterday was rough. We had no GLs on the first wall, and I knew something was coming on that back wall, so I saved a lot for it. And Leia ended up burning out on Glat. It was a rough night. So it looks like we have another light defense here. We have Lord Vader with no attacker crown. And up against a Jabba with no crown either. The Stranger. Here's the thing about Terran. Terran being put in this team, yes, he has the 3 Omicrons, but a lot of his kit actually doesn't work with the Stranger. Like, a lot of it gets countered out. So putting Terran with the Stranger is not a good idea. How is this person looking on data crowns? Because the fact that there's no attacker crown over there. Okay. Oh, that's rough to see. Oh, oh. No lengthy, no lengthy. Alright, there's one attacker crown. Oh man, I'm not seeing any length here at all. Okay, so he has one lengthy attacker crown, and that's the Dooku. Is Dooku up here? So he's saving that Dooku crown for offense. Okay. Well, let's do this first. And because there's no Datacron, we're gonna go here, do an attacker cron. Actually, you know what? I like using my healer cron here. I like using the healer cron here. But with that, we're gonna go attacker. I like that there's no Datacron here. Okay. He's gonna get stealth. Throw that over here. Okay, he's not stealth, so we're gonna jump over here and try to get Clone Trooper.
No. No. No.
Alright, now he's stealth, so we're gonna use that over here. Alright, go into poop stance. See if we can get in on Clone Trooper. Ouch, that's gonna hurt, that's gonna hurt. Don't. Don't you take him out. Ah, you got rid of him. Okay, let's just take out this guy's Clone Trooper. I should have went Healer Crown. See if we can get out CX2. Okay, that's good. These three should hopefully pull this off. Starting to look iffy now. Go back into poop stance. This isn't very good. Alright, let's just let it run its course then. Alright, now we gotta find something to clean this up with. I hate GAC lately. I swear my luck lately in GAC has been disgusting. I don't have any support crowns here. Tank, attacker. Alright, let's throw out the attacker crown. And jump you, let's get over on Boosh. That was stupendous. Okay, take out Fennec. Django. We're okay with not hitting the high ground right now. Alright, let's clean this Vader up. I don't know what I want to clean it up with. Let's see, Lord Vader cleanup. Okay, cleanups. Okay, Bo is 92%. I don't want to waste Bo here. Well, I mean, she's wasted. Other than that, I'm looking at, like, GLs. I don't want to waste a GL here. Like, a lot of people are wasting Luke here. Jedi Master Luke. Balin, he's on defense. Flat is defense. Maz Kanata, we could Maz it with like an under... Alright, let's throw Maz in here because we don't have the whole pirate squad. So, do that in like... I would love to put Fulcrum in here. Bring in the mass assist. Or not. And this is not going very good. If this were my bigger pirate team, this wouldn't be an issue, but get some healing over here. on the bright side, like Appo's Appo's life is pretty low right now. Right, healing. Bring in the assists if they all actually assist, which they don't. Alright, Vader's down. Okay. That has to be our only drop. This is how we deal with Quadme. If you look at this Kron, it is 114% protection for gas. So a lot of protection for gas and 5s here. Just because the more protection gas has, the better. Because he's not going to go down anywhere close to as much as he would normally. Throw this over here. Alright, she no longer has her protection up. She's done. No more maiden. No more decoys. So the good thing about this is I get to save Bane for something bigger. As you can see, gas didn't even go down at all. I mean, there's also no Datacron working against him, but he didn't go down at all. This... Hey, Elbozo, thank you for the follow.
Rebellions are built on hope.
Yeah, 501st is pretty fast too, but that Kron just makes them go even quicker, and it's actually a really big turn loop with that Kron as well. Let me see how I'm feeling after Elbozo. I'm a little under the weather, so if I'm still feeling it, yes, I'll do a roster review. What do we do here? We can burn Leia, but that would mean we don't have Leia for the back wall. We do have Bane still. We have SLKR, so I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit here, guys. Risk it for the biscuit. Okay, right here, put this over on you need to stop going for Adrad. Jesus Christ, what is going on here? Are you telling me Leia can't even do this? Man, I really got sniped. Alright, I like doing this one. 82% health, 91% armor pen. It gives Bane quite a bit of health. Get off Bane. Take out Dooku. I don't care. Take him out. How did she come back? I swear to God. I swear to God. I just wasted 2 major teams here. Terran Malicos is what's preventing the revives, but ah, man. We wasted a lot. A lot. That is a Leia and a Darth Bane gone. No, this team is way too quick. At least here I have my Relic 10 working. And the revives won't matter. Let's go Baby Cal and a Jedi. Mace for the tanking. And where is my 433.62% armor penetration? Okay, I'm gonna call Starkiller over to assist because the stranger should have assisted too. This team is hitting way too hard. The downside being, Varys is alive still. Blinds everything off. That was a big... What is this stranger doing? Am I glitched? Really? Okay, that's done. The ugliest cleanup in the world. GAC's been giving me a headache lately. That was a lot that I wasted. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully your GAC went good. For those of you just tuning in, I appreciate it, Calvin. Hopefully you're doing well. And hopefully GAC went well for you. Things are a little rough over here. The stranger just kind of nuked out Leia. And then Bane. And I had to clean it up on a third try with my own stranger. Pretty upset that he took out both Leia and Bane. And then we're going up against like low, like no data crowns, and like even Vader up north here took out Bo-Katan with no data crown. And there's Rey. Again, no data crown. This is how we deal with Rey. Pokey. Hey Wep, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Alright, that puts her in damage immunity. That's what we want. That's right where we want him. Right now I'm playing no games right now. Let's take you down. Take you out. This actually should do most of the damage right here. Really? Get over to SLKR and hope for the win. We're having a rough go at it, folks. So this we're going to Gungan. Let's throw... This works. He saved a lot of Datacrons for offense. Alright, there's their healing gone. Wow, he just ate that protection right up. We want to get over here. Good 65 banners. Okay, does Wampa work here? We have to get a little creative. Having lost a bunch of, like, decent teams. We still got 3 up here. Let's get through this wall first. That's what I'm thinking. Or we could Wampa Iden. A Relic 8 Iden. What am I gonna do here? What should I do on Malgus? Wizards a defense. I don't think C does it here. That is a high relic team too. Like Malgus is usually about 7. So if we go Treya, that team is relic 5 and up against relic 9 Sith. With the 8 Bastilla and Assassin. Or Marauder. So relic Delta would be working against us heavily there. Okay, Malgus. Malgus with Revan. What is going on with my insights right now? Anybody else's insight busted right now? Actually. Gas is 81% here. Okay, it looks like normally Theon Watt is a 96% win rate here. So I don't trust it. It's because my luck hasn't been very great. All right, here we go. Do I want to do tank tech or turn meter? Do tank tech. We'll link up Malgus and Revan. Surprising that Watt is still alive right now. Oh, nice hit, nice hit. Okay, we're gonna link Malik and Bastilla. See if we can get Bastilla out. And C is putting in some work over here. Okay, okay. Sweet. If you haven't already, if you're over on YouTube, please hit that like and subscribe. That's help the channel grow. And if we get 500 subscribers, we will actually take Wampa up to Relic 10 before Fat Phil does. So make sure you hit that subscribe button over on YouTube so we can beat Fat Phil to something. And if you're over on the Twitch side of things, make sure you hit that follow button. Alright, so we will go... I think Maz is our biggest threat right now. She has Jedi Hate, so I don't think we could really use Mace. But we might have to. Or we could try to Ufu something. Try to Ufu. Feel a little better Ufuing. There is the Sanacron though. Terran prevents revives. Let's throw Mara, Ray, Stick Ray, and Zuckus. I have no faith in this, but let's go. Alright, let's throw some rocks. Oh, it's looking like we're gonna lose this one. We're gonna lose this one. Holy hell! And they can't revive because of Terran. Wow, that rock throw just did major work. Okay.
But did you die?
That time I did not. Okay, so we have two teams left. We have a Relic 8 Iden Versio, and we have a Resistance team. Somebody is going to get Wampa'd. Who is going to get Wampa'd? The other is probably gonna get Jedi Master Mace Windu. Oh, and they are attacking now, right now, too. So they did job on the first try. Resistance the Wampa. Okay. This is a Relic 9 Wampa, and again, if we get 500 subscribers, this will be a Relic 10 Wampa. Ooh, we also do still have the Sith. We still have the Sith. I'm not used to having the Sith right now. And Relic Delta is not in your favor right now. Wampa says not today. Okay, so we do have the Sith trio. We can Jedi Master Mace this, or we could Sith trio this. Sith trio, we can put the we can isolate Iden and then pick apart the rest of the team. Or I mean, Jedi Master Mace is a decent team too. And we also have the Nihilus crown to go with it. So what do you guys think? We have this. We also have the Ayla crown if we want to mace this too. Hey, Caracal, how is it going? How are you? Welcome in, everybody. I'm doing pretty good. Nose is a bit stuffy. Am I a whale? No, I'm not. I'm not whalical. Welcome in, Noble. Hopefully you're all doing well. Hopefully GAC went over good for you, Caracal. Did we get a Winicle or a Balical? But right now we are debating on if this is the last team. We have a Jedi Master Mace. We also have the Sith trio. So how do we want to finish off this? Do we want to like Sith trio this or mace it? And no, I'm if I'm anything, I'm more of a little dolphin. Now take care, Caracal. Thanks for the win. Hopefully you have a great night. You guys want to mace it? Okay. Switch over to Ayla. Where is she? Ayla. If you are coming in from the Caracal raid and you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are currently in a race to hit 500 subscribers before Fat Phil.
But did you die?
Relic 10s his Wampa. So if we get 500 subscribers over on YouTube, we will Relic 10 our Wampa. Hey, Perfect Score, how are you doing? Also, a little funny thing about the takeout containers. If you go over to my Twitch, we have Twitch redemptions, and actually that YouTube takeout container is my Twitch icon. Alright, it looks like we got about 4 minutes before we get ads. So, hey Wombrat, how's it going? What did you finish? Well, that's right, he prevents revives. I forgot about that. Hey, Anti, how you doing? 28 hours of repairs, done everything, should work again. But he's finished, added in the GAC intro song stuff. Sweet, that's good news. Alright, let's take out Snow Trooper, Short Trooper. Granny's got her gun. Alright. Pretty easy. How's our opponent doing? Still sitting at 71. Did they drop anything?
Gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
So it looks like he did one attack, and I don't know if he's done. He saved all of his datacrons for offense, so I don't know. But none of them are lengthy. He doesn't have any good datacrons. Looks like Negotiator is his best fleet. So let's clean up some fleets here. We have Negotiator, Malevolence, and Radis. Let's go ahead and Leviathan, Negotiator, Profundity, yeah, see you in a bit, Alboza. So I'm thinking we can Levy, Kenobi, Profundity, Malevolent, and Home 1 worked really well against Radis yesterday. Alright, but we should have ads coming up here in a minute. I don't see the 1 minute warning, so let's go ahead and do this. It shouldn't take too long. This is probably honestly something we could like throw on auto. Destroy the hangar. That's my ship. Throw it over here, I guess. Alright, we're gonna go full auto here. This one's over. Okay, we're gonna profundity here. Alright, we do have ads on the way in 1 minute. So I'm going to take a break and not do anything here. We'll get this set up. And then we will take a minute to wait for everybody to get back from the ads. If you need to get up and grab some water or something to drink, go to the bathroom. We have about 2 minutes. So feel free to take a short break before we get into profundity here. Again, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like and subscribe over on YouTube and over on Twitch. Make sure you hit that follow button and be notified whenever I go live. Especially if you're coming in from Calvin. I would appreciate all the support. Calvin's awesome. And if you're not in the Discord, make sure you hop in the Discord for anything Club 38, which is mine and Kate's podcast. In that, you will get a little bit of everything. Her channel, my channels, my YouTube, my Twitch. the Discord. Be notified when Club 38 goes live, and also ask personal, like not personal, doesn't have to be personal, but ask any questions from Swago to anything, really. Alright, so there's the ads running. So again, if you're watching over on YouTube, we're just going to give Twitch a minute to get the ads out of the way. It's only 60 seconds, and it's every hour. I did as little as I can. So it's just going to be a minute, and then we will get right into this. Alright, ads are over. So let's get into this. Welcome back, everybody, over on Twitch. Okay, we're gonna throw this up here. Alright, there was a couple assists there. There we go, love the assists. Take you out. Alright, and that should kill off all those, and we're good. That was a really clean battle. Alright, let's try the home one. That worked out fantastic yesterday. You. Alright, let's try to take out Poe. Alright, Poe's down. That's huge. Ray's down. That's even bigger. Let's see if we could beat out the Common Pants. Bam. That's how it's done. Full clear. Not the cleanest. Little worried because I'm trying to beat the skid. But we did get the full clear. We did have a couple. We did lose Leia and Bane both to the Stranger team before mirroring in it. And then we lost Bo-Katan to this no Datacron Lord Vader. So not the cleanest, but a win's maybe a win's a win. We got the full clear. That's a plus. They did their one attack. I don't know if they're gonna finish. I think they were waiting to see if I full cleared or not. But hopefully this puts us right back into the win column. More than your last round? Oof. So, last round was really ugly. Defense review. Yeah, that was the one I just did 2 battles and screw it, and then said screw it. Took the points and ran. Round 2 though, this was the one that we did live yesterday. It was like, it was not pretty. We dropped 2 to Keller and Beck. We dropped nothing here. Ahsoka ate us alive, and then Stranger countered her, and then this beat Bo-Katan, and then we managed to clean it up. Whereas CEO only had the 1 drop, so we were pretty much screwed there yesterday. So hopefully this is gonna be enough. We did get the full clear. They didn't put many Datacrons on defense. We saw the Santa one. We saw the Idancron. And the Barriscron. And then I think there was one in the back here. The Trenchcron. Whereas if we go and look at their crons in general, well, they did well a little bit here. 4-star Maul. Alright, well, the fact that we didn't see barely any crons, and as you could see, like, he's got 2 Ben crons here, and we didn't see that on Rey. This could have easily been put on Rey. Not very lengthy or anything. But still, a Datacron would be better than nothing. Here's the first order one. That's not the lengthy one. And then down south, like, he has these crons, but like, if you look at the Vader one, it's not lengthy. Talia, the healer, isn't lengthy. Sunfax is not lengthy. Not lengthy. Outside of Count Dooku's, they're all the small, like, text. Even Barris's, like, the healer, the lengthy healer isn't there. So, I get that he wanted to save some for offense, but Probably should have put a couple of them on defense. Hopefully this isn't gonna, hopefully this will be enough, because I want to get back in the win column. This has not been a good couple seasons for us, so fingers crossed. All right, let's get over to this roster review. Alright, Elbozo, is there anything you're doing farming wise? Is there anything you're trying to is there like a personal project you're trying to do? Are you trying to get a bigger raid score? Hey Sugo player, how you doing? Sitting at about 60 on average. Couple 4 stars. You're farming Leia. You want to check out your SLKR and Kylo and mass mods. Okay, SLKR, you want as much speed, health, and offense on him as you could. 487 speed is pretty good. I would say you want to be over 500 though, if you could get him up that high. Also, if you have my YouTube, I do have a mods 101 video on how to teach you what stats you should be looking for, because secondary stats are super important here. Defense is okay, crit chance is good. It's a decent mod, but I would like, the squares are always going to be an offense percentage primary, so you're not going to get an offensive percentage down there, but I would like to see a health percentage. That's good. Again, the flat offense and the flat health, if you could find a percentage offense and health, he would prefer that. 15 speed is good. Secondary health, or percentage health. That's a good mod. %42 crit damage. I would also be looking for hey, thanks Ray Rock, I appreciate the like. Like this mod, it has okay speed, it's a good health percentage primary, but you have a lot of flat stats here. With where you are in your account, having no mod is better than, or having a mod is better than no mod. So I won't like tear it down or anything, but with especially GLs, you want to be looking in the shop. You want to be constantly like farming your mods in the mod challenges. A good way to do it is to farm these every day that begins with T. So every day that begins with T, Tuesday and Thursday, you go ahead and you farm just mods. Just do these just to build them up, and then you could filter them out and see what's working good for you. And then that'll also help build up. Also, look at the shipments. You could get some good mods in here sometime. I like this one I wouldn't touch because it's all flat, but you could find some decent mods in here. there's a health percentage. I would honestly probably roll that and see if it would come out with like a speed or, well, speed. It has to have speed and hopefully offense percentage, but the odds that happening are like none. So again, just watch this. This would be another one I would probably look at and hope for speed. It is a flat offense mod, but again, at your GP, and it's looking like where your account is. At 4 million, yeah, just try to get as many mods as you can and start building up SLKR. And then this one, again, you would want to look for the health and offense. Well, the offense is there on his primary, so you'd want to be looking for the health percentage secondary. And then crew. I would get rid of this. There's no speed. Again, no speed. Hey, H-Duncer, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. This one, I'm not a huge, again, no mod, a mod is better than no mod, but if it's not at least 9 speed, at least, a lot of people will do like 10 or 11. I'm a bit more give and take on it, especially because I can like change the stats on it, and when I change the stats, it generally works pretty well. But I won't take a mod up to 6 dot unless it's at least 9 speed. So you just got to be careful there, especially these two not having any speed on them. Same here. The protection's good, defense is good. You want him as tanky as you can get. Defense. Okay, so you're going for Leia. Where is Luke? You don't have CLS. Or you have CLS, you need Jedi Master Luke. Relic 6 Wampa, that's good. Wampa is actually a really good one, because as you saw earlier on stream, he is a one-man team. 47 speed. Like, he's a one-man team. So I always tell people, like, if you have a team like Bane, where it's just him and a Sith, and you want the Sith to die, like, having a team like Wampa, where she is just solo. You could put as much into her as you could. I love that you have the Omicron there. I love that you no, you don't need Jedi Master Luke, but you do need Jedi Knight Luke. Pretty sure Jedi Knight Luke is part of her requirements. No, they're not. Well, a lot of people generally when they go this route anyway, because of how much it ties in with Jabba in Jedi Master Luke. Jedi Master or Jedi Knight Luke is a good he's generally he's an early farm because you want him for that trifecta of how quickly they intertwine. Leia's a good call there. What's your ships looking like? Okay. Ewoks. How are we looking on Nisa? Alex 7, you bought the Ewok bundle. Rex is gonna have to go up to 7. Also, something to keep in mind with Rolo is in the Leia event, stage 2 requires her and Han. There's gonna need to be some serious remodding for that one. So making sure you have the right mods that you could put on her to survive that round is gonna be key. Okay, I like Leia. She's coming along good. Yeah, I know for a while there was a question about whether it was about the gender, because the Datacron said he, and then they erased it, and now they're putting it as she, or was it back? Maybe it said she and then. Hey Boogie, how's it going? Okay, so Phoenix are Relic 3. I'm doing pretty good. I'm still a little under the weather. Hopefully that straightens out here within the next day or two. What's your Sith like? No Treya. I did see that you have CLS. Mandalorians. You do have Mando. Okay, Old Republic. And then the other one is here. Is that Relic 1? I was gonna put Baby Cal. Cal's at 1. Okay, also a spare like side thing would be that you might want to think about in the near future would be Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. If you're trying to look for a decent guild, like for some Rise of the Empire rewards, having Cal Kestis with 1GL might sway a guild because you could help with Zepho. So getting into a better guild because you could do that Zepho unlock might be something you should be considering. I'm a fan of Leia, as everybody knows. So I will always approve Leia rush. Going from Leia, again, there's a lot of tie-in with Jedi Master Luke and Jabba with Leia. They're like a little triangle, and a square really if you include the Executor, because Jabba and the Executor go hand in hand. That's why a lot of content creators say your first GL should be Jabba, because you're getting that big fleet as well, and then that would work into Leia and Jedi Master Luke. So what I would recommend is finish up Leia, get her going, finish up Supreme Leader. This I didn't see Rey. If you also 4 million GP, I also have a couple guides on my YouTube channel for some of the Proving Ground tunes. Rey is not one of them, unfortunately, but I do have some guides on there for some of the Proving Ground characters. After Leia, again, I would try to get into a better guild to get some Rise of the Empire rewards. And then that would help out with Kairos. If you could get into a guild that at least could do Zepho, that would help out with Kairos, because you would be getting a full set every month. And it looks like that you're going to be Kairos starved on a lot, so you're going to want a Cairo income. So Jedi Knight Cal Kestis would be a good move there. And then I would, while I'm doing Jedi Knight Cal, because he is only a gear 12 requirement, and you don't need Zetas to beat his event. I did it without Zetas. I did it with decent modding, not good modding, but decent modding. Just put a lot of health on Seer, and that's about it. Just because, like, in the last event, you want her to survive until you could escape Vader. And you need a lot of health to do that. So, not a huge investment for Jedi Knight Cal to get the Zepho unlocked. And then, again, that would also, he kind of, like, filters into the Jedi Master Luke, which, with going for Leia, I could see going for Jedi Master Luke after that. Where that's going to require Jedi Knight Luke. You do have Wampa there, so you're going to need to do a little bit of CLS is there, so there's a little bit of work done for Jedi Knight Luke already. So I would swing from Leia into the Jedi Knight Luke and Jedi Knight Cal, or Jedi Master Luke, Jedi Knight Luke, and Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. And then you could stick Cal and Luke in with that team, especially if you have Hoda, which is right there. And how close are you to Revan? A little ways off. Okay. So getting Revan would be a smart thing there too, especially for Jedi Master Luke. And then I would pivot from Luke to Executor / Jabba. Get yourself a fleet, get into your arena, get a hold of your arena shard, or Fleet Shard. Talk to them, see if they have a Discord, find whoever is big up top that they should be in the Fleet Shard. So I would talk to them. And then once you get Executor, that'll be a way, especially on a 4 million account with it looks like a lot of Lightspeed bundles. It means it's probably an early shard, and something like Executor would be huge, especially at this time frame. So you'd be able to get that income. For first place, it's 400 crystals a day. So that's really important to help you grow, and it does add up relatively quickly. So doing that would be immense for your account. Plus, it would give you a good fleet to have in GAC and everything else. And then I would go again from Executor, which ties in super close with Jabba. And also, while you're doing that, make sure you're constantly farming your ships. Ships are super important. If you could squeeze in Negotiator and Malevolence at some point, that would be you should be making sure that you're spending your shop currency on those guys while you can, because those are two really good fleets that hold up really well unless you're tossing them up against like Leviathan. Also, you're not far from Profundity. That is another thing that you could think of, is going Profundity. So that's kind of like the path I would take. I would continue to work on mods, again, Tuesday, Thursday, farm mods. Every other day be farming the mod components in the battles. Getting all this would be big for you. So do those every day that isn't Tuesday, and then in the mod challenges I'd be doing those on Tuesday and Thursday. And then again, Leia, finish Leia, Jedi Master Luke, Flash, Jedi Knight Luke, and Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. I want to say Executor and Jabba, but Profundity might be closest. So maybe Profundity, and then Jabba, Executor. And then that would give you the two out of the three, like, big fleets. Yeah, that's about what I would do. Hopefully that helps. I don't, it's just like a... It's just a way to remember every day that starts with T. Do the mods, and then every other day. Did he attack at all anymore? Still not attacking. So it's looking like he only did the one. I don't know if this is gonna be a one and done, or if they're gonna come back to it later. Sure, H-Don's alright. I probably have about one more roster view in me, just because my nose is running and doing all that talking isn't fun with a runny nose. Also make sure you put the X's in between the numbers. YouTube doesn't like to show the number with that if there's no. Yeah, it's more of a cold, so it's a runny nose and kind of like constant coughing. I just drank a whole thing of water. And tea. I just had a thing of tea too. I've been drinking a lot of mint tea. Because mint clears out the airways really well, so. Alright, Aged Duncer, if you want to get yours and Swiggo Player will get yours as well. And then that will be all I do. We'll just do those two. Unless any subscribers over on the Twitch side of things would like one. I do. Going forward, after these couple, I'm not going to be doing reviews because I generally don't do reviews. This is kind of like a I'm bored and I still want to stream thing. So what I did do is for my members or my subscribers over on the Twitch side of things, part of being a subscriber is I will do a roster review. And thanks for the follow, Boogie.
Rebellions are built on hope.
So yeah, any members over on the Twitch get a free review. All right. Again, Aged Answer. If I would put it in with an X in between, or else it wouldn't go up like that. I have yours, Swiggo Player, so we will do this while we wait for Answer to get his ally code. Okay, so we're looking at Gungans in the arena and a nice Executor fleet. Looking at 45 for the arena. 5 GLs at 11 million. Relic 10 Jar Jar Binks. Is that a personal thing? Out of curiosity? Jar Jar Binks. Okay, so yeah, it's just that you're a fan. Okay. That's what I was curious about. So what is it you're trying to... Are there any personal projects here? What is your farming path? We build guild. Okay, immediately I see Jabba and Luke. Same thing, being how closely Jabba and the Executor are tied in. Always go that little route. I don't see Executor. Are you Executor ready right now? Okay, for guild tunes and fun. Okay. So what kind of, outside of the Gungans, what are you looking for guild tunes? I see bow. That's good. That means that you're getting your Mandalore. Sears at 8. That's good. Jedi Knight Kale is there. You have the Omi on Leia. That's unfortunate. So Rise of the Empire Mandalore tunes or platoon. Alright, so Saw's gonna have to... Oh, he's not part of the Mando. So something I'm doing with this team is I'm actually trying to take them all to Relic 9 as well. With Bo-Katan, I got her at 7. This is a personal thing. I like that you're working on this to try to get Mandalore done. She has a Relic 9 requirement for a planet. I don't know if your guild is that far for it, but she does have a Relic 9 planet. So that's something to keep in mind. And Moff Gideon is also part of the planet, so I would be getting Dark Trooper Moff and these two up. For a V Mando team, I like... I personally like Bo-Katan Kryze. I use her over the armor. I run Bo, BKM, Bo Kryze. Mando has an IG-12. Percentage. And if you're looking for like a mall one, it's generally Maul, Django, Gar, Canderous, and ISC. That's the Maul team you really want to run. If you could get those two up to relics. If you want to do the Wookiee mission, Tarful is the leader, and Zalbar, and I run Clone Wars Chewie, but I have the CWC Lightspeed bundle, so he's at Relic 9 for me. And then it's Tarful, Zalbar, Chewie, 2PO, and Chewbacca. They're actually a really fun team to use. How are you looking for Darkside Ray? How far away from DS Ray are you? I mean, he works fairly well without her. He's good for Mandalore, or not Mandalore, the dark side planets, and Dathomir. He's really good on, because obviously if he gets the kill, they can't revive, and that's a big mechanic for Dathomir. So he kind of does mess all that up. 1 to 200 area. Okay, that's not. So let's see. If you're, we'll say 150. Looking at about 9 months from her. Again, I don't have her Proving Grounds thing, but I do have a couple 8 accounts. Jeez, that's a lot. I don't have her Proving Ground mission. I wish I had access to it, but because I would love to do a guide for all of them. But there, I do have a couple guides up on. I mean, if you have 8 accounts, you should be good anyway. But for anyone watching who is having an issue with Proving Grounds, especially Darth Malgus gives a lot of people issue. I do have a really good Malgus guide up. Definitely watch that. That guide has helped out a lot of people. Just saying. Especially with Proving Grounds coming up in about 2 weeks, so love this Jar Jar. Agnars approves. Take an account. Again, just a couple things that like I would do. Bo-Katan Kryze is that 5th one. Yes, I would. I would really love to do that. Even if like I'm not the one doing it, and like I could be in a call with you and you share the screen and I could record it, and just like. The way I like to do them is I like to test other teams that are more like, I know Leia could do it. I know like a lot of there's a lot like SLKR, he could do it. But I like looking at the other teams like that are more readily available for smaller players. Like CLS could actually do quite a bit in there. Can he do it? I'll try it out. Phoenix, can Phoenix do it? Jabba being an early farming guy, do you need Jabba to do something like this? So I just like to test out those teams. And then again, I knew Malgus I didn't test a bunch out on because I knew what I needed to do for him. So I have a Malgus guide that does require Jedi Knight Luke and Revan, but that is out there. Ooh, I like. You have Balin? Yes, you do. Relic 9 Balin. Okay. I like it, Swiggo player. Yeah, if you wanna get with me, I can I can definitely do that. We could hop into call and we could figure something out. Alright. And then this was at 8. Aged answer is this is this the right account? You said 7-8 at the end instead of 7-9. Aged answer, if you're there, just double checking to make sure this is the right account. Because although, like, nothing's here, if this is you... Okay. There we go. The True Outlaws. Was it 8, 2, 3... Okay. We're sitting about 62. What are you trying to farm? Do you have any personal, like, projects you like? Like how, Swiggo player was doing the Jar Jar thing, which I totally approve. We don't, frown upon little tiny personal projects like some other people do. I know a lot of people are like, nope, this is the efficiency path. If you have something that you like in the game and you want to farm it, go for it. Alright, which GL to go for next? It is a huge gear relic grind, trying to avoid farming Lightspeed token characters, also off meta counters, thank you. Got Luke. So you do have Jedi Master Luke. Or Jedi Knight Luke. CLS is there. Where's your... Nisa's kind of... You'll want to get Nisa up at some point when you go for Leia. Ships. You have a Leviathan and Executor. You have Leviathan and Executor. And 3 GLs and 11 million. Wow. Okay, Bo-Katan. That is a huge off, and it's all free to play. Bo-Katan is a huge off meta counter. She's somebody that you're gonna wanna have at least Relic 8 for her Rise of the Empire event. I have mine at 9, or I'm going, yeah, mine's at 9 right now. So getting her up would be big. Ezra Bridger, that's Commander Ahsoka. So the big thing about Bridger, well, you got Rey. So Bridger is, where is Ben? Ben Solo. I would finish Relic in these guys. You have a really good defensive team here with Rey, Ben, Cal Kestis. It works really good with that squad. And then I've even seen a lot of people throw in like Fulcrum. And then like Ben, I love which one are you missing? Redeemed. You're gonna want that Omi, and then get them up to like at least Relic 7, and then because you don't have Glat, you could still get a lot of use out of that Ezra with that team, and that is a really, really good defensive team that a lot of people use in Kyber. So that would be a really good team to have for defense. For the next GL though, I would say you're closest to Jabba. So I would go Jabba. Stands at 3. What's your Hut Cartel like? Okay. Alright, ads are on the way in 1 minute, so I'm going to try to wrap this one up quickly. Scratch that. I would go Jedi Master Luke here first. You already have Executor. So a lot of the path to Jabba is already done. But with Jedi Knight Cal there, and I believe Jedi Knight Luke is already here. Yes. I would do that first. You have a lot of the major pieces, especially with Luke there, done. Jedi Master Luke with Cal Kestis being there would be really big. It is still a bit of work, but you already have the bulk of it done. Especially with having like the Y-wing done already. That is what kind of holds a lot of people up, is the ship. So I would go Luke there, and then from Luke, because you already have Executor done, which means a lot of the Jabba requirements done. I would do Luke and Jabba, and then Balin. I don't see. Oh, there's Shin, Eric. Morgan. Balin would be a good one to do on the side, but like if you want Balin, if you want to make it like a personal project, that's completely okay. You could put him in front of a GL if you want to. Where are your... Uh, Master Qui. Okay, scratch that. How and Master Qui-Gon, Relic 7, first and foremost. You want access to Relics 7 for their event, and that will help feed your roster. So those two are your priority. Get the Poncho Bros up. Again, that will open up a lot of that income. The return on investment will be good for you. With all the relicking that you have to do still, those two are going to be big. So get those two up. Open up their event. Well, it should be open already. But getting that done to the Relic 7 at least. Relic 9 would be even better. But we could say you got a lot of relicking to do. Relic 7 is fine to stop at. So Relic 7, first and foremost, I personally would go Jedi Knight Luke after that. And then if you want to do Balin after Luke is like an off-meta, like personal project, go for it. And then after Balin, I would personally go to Jabba, because you already have Executor, which means a lot of those pieces are already in place. So Executor is done, Jabba, and then Leia after that. And Leia is a fantastic GL. She's one of the best GLs in the game. So that's kind of like the way I personally would swing it, would be following that step. And again, finishing Bo would be good too. Like, you have a lot of relics here sitting at 1, and like Bo's at 4, Ben's at 2, Ezra Bridger's at 2. I would finish these up. You really want to finish your farms. Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. So why do Jedi Knight Cal and them feed your roster? So, pull this up. Let me get this up for you, Chrome. Okay, so they have the Duel of the Fates event here. At Relic 7, right here, you could see that you get 100 credits, and then you get either of the following, being Zimbital cards, Impulse Detectors, or Arrow Magnifiers. Plus one of the 3 signal data. So this is at Relic 7. This is a huge return on investment. Not right away. It's gonna take a couple runs for it to add up and get back what you put into it. But this is all like Relic 8, like this is all high relic material that you will be getting back. Plus 100 shards. At Relic 9, you also will get either 5 droid brains or 5 Gerda keypads, plus the 100 credits. So this event you'll be getting 400 crystals from, as well as all this relic material that you need. So again, at least 7. So you could get the Zimbittles and the Impulse Detectors and the Arrow Magnifiers. And then, as I said, 9 would be perfect. Start building up your droid brains and your Gerda keypads, because although you might not be looking for Relic 9, 8, 9 right now, that would give these time to build up. So the quicker you could get these guys to 7 and 9, the quicker you could start getting these returns when this event runs. So the Poncho Bros, and it really is the same thing for the Peridia Pals, but the major difference is to do this you only need 2 characters at Relic 9. And then as you could see, like, you're getting 5 of these a month, and this will build up with those higher relics, like the newer characters that involve a lot of Relic 9, like Glat did, and Hondo. If these guys are built up, and again, if you're going for laying them, you're not going for a whole lot of Relic 9. You're gonna stop at like 7 and 8 primarily. That'll give these time to build up, so when you get to the time where you're looking for Glat or like a higher farm on a lot, like there's a couple Relic 8s that you need for like Kenobi. Leia requires a Relic 8 on Han, I believe. So again, building up the resources for your roster, you're only doing 2, and it really only is 2 characters. So you're not putting an absorbent amount of work into them, and then this will help make up what you put into them and then some. So get those 2 done first and foremost. Feed your roster. Finish your farms. I see a lot of stuff that you could be using here. Again, Rey, the Rey team being a big one. I see Darth Bane here sitting at Relic 3. He's a solo team. You could toss him in with like Darth Maul. You could just throw Darth Maul with him. Let Darth Maul die because you don't need Darth Maul. And Bane just goes off. Like Bane's a one-man wrecking crew. You literally toss one person in there just to die. Yeah, Boogie, go ahead and put your chat or your code in there. If you don't put the X's in there, it won't register it. It needs the X's in there, or it thinks it's like a social security number or something, so it won't show up. And again, GLs, I would go Luke, and then follow up with Jabba, Leia, and that kind of that order. Finish up that trifecta. We do have Darkside Rey. Yeah, again, Rey getting her up too, along with like Hondo. What are you looking like for Hondo? One. You have a lot of Relic 9 requirements with Hondo. And yes, you have a lot of pirates, but you're looking at Relic 9 on Hondo Onaka. You're looking at a Relic 9 on Gas. Do you have Gas? Yes. So you're looking at a Relic 9 on Gas. I gotta remember what all these were. Athano needs to be Relic 3. Kix needs Relic 6. Quigold needs 5. Vane needs 7. I think Silvo needs 7. Brutus, I think, needs 5. So you're looking at a lot of relics that you're looking at a lot of relics that you're still going to need to put on this team. As well as General Kenobi needs to be relic 9. General Kenobi. Where are the relic 9s in here? Hondo. Yes. General Kenobi. And then you see a lot of 8s and 7s in here. He is an expensive character to get. And then again, also as Ray Rock just said, for the team to be competitive and for the purpose you really want GL Hondo for being the raid, they all got to be relic 9 anyway, to get that return in the raid, and that's a lot of investment to get them up to relic 9. And thank you the Tank X for the follow over on Twitch.
Rebellions are built on hope.
So it's a lot to go that you got to put into Hondo. So you're looking at least 7 relic 9s. You want him at relic 9 plus his team, and then on top of that, Gas and Kenobi. You have Ray Scavenger at relic 8. Like it's just an awful pricey. Like Count Dooku at 8 is whatever, because he's got to be 8 for C anyway. 8 for C. Yeah, 6. Okay, so he's got to, like, there is a little bit of crossover with him. Like General Kenobi is needed with Jedi Master Kenobi. So there is some crossover in this, but where you're at, you don't have a lot of that built up. So I would go for the smaller, the earlier ones, so that way you can kind of build up those resources, especially with the Poncho Bros. Because if you look at Leia, like it's a lot of 5, 7, and then you have R2 at 8. Other than R2 at 8, it's 3, 7, 7, 5, 7. R2 at 8. You have a ship, no ships in there. So she's a lot easier for you to do than like Luke. You're looking at a ship, the Outrider, which you have, and then again it's all 5, 7s, and 3s. There's not even an 8 requirement for this one. And the Tank X, Balin is pretty good. You got 2 Lightspeed tokens from Spider-Man Journey. He is worth it. His journey can be a little tough. It does require some specific modding, but he's a really good tune to have, and I have mine on defense. But he does have a lot. He does counter a lot. And then if you look at Jabba, like again, it's a lot of 6, 7s, 4, 5, and then Han Solo at 8. So pretty early on, those 3 are kind of like the easier ones to get, and then ease yourself into the Glat and Hondo because they require a lot. But okay, the Boogie 22 XP. All right, Boogie. What are you doing for a farming path? Is there anything specific you're looking for? Personal projects.
And that's what I call high quality H2O.
All right, let me go grab some water. I'll be right back.
Now that's what I call high quality A2O.
I generally don't. I am kind of fading reviews out to members on Twitch. All right, we did get 2 hydrates, so. All right, what'd you say, Boogie? Working on GL Trinity plus Profundity. The tank, if you do want to drop your ally code, today's probably the last day I do these, just because I don't generally do roster reviews. Alright, so you're working on the GL Trinity. You have Ray and SLKR, C Invader. Chirpa, did you get the bundle, or is that a farm Chirpa? That was the bundle. Okay, so Nice is already done for Leia. Gas is done. He's already at 8. Han is 8. So Han is needed for... Alright, so Lightspeed bundle based. I don't tear mod scores apart because my mod score was really low at one point. Alright, so which GL are you going for first? Is it Leia? Jabba. Okay. Chips. They have them all farmed, including P1. Executors unlocked. It's for shits and giggles. How far away from your Fury class are you? Thanks. I try to give people, because obviously I had my primary account was a baby account, which I really don't play anymore. And I was in the same boat where it was, my account was just, I quit the game for years, and then I came back, bought a ton of Lightspeed bundles. My mod score went to absolute hell because of it. It was like in 0.9 mod score, because I bought just about every Lightspeed bundle. So I have experience trying to maximize the Lightspeed bundles, and like that's why SLKR and Ray were my very first instead of Jabba. Like, I could tell you Jabba's great, and if you're just starting the game, yeah, Jabba's fantastic, because get Executor, get Jabba, go from there, go for the trifecta because they cross. But bundle wise, I could tell you I went for Ray and SLKR first because I had their bundles. Dash, Andor, and Radis from Profundity. But it's all at relic 5. Radisson, Andor. So Cassian's got to be at 8, and Radis needs 9. And then Ash. So Profundity wouldn't be a bad one to go for either. I hate ships. I absolutely despise ships with a passion. Like, I cannot stand ships. I think they are absolutely the worst thing in the game. Because I have lost many a GAC because of dodges. Because a ship dodged 4 or 5 times in a row. So I am very much a screw ships person. But with that said, I understand the importance of them and just how much a good fleet can affect the outcome of the game. So I understand the importance of them, and having Profundity and Finalite in a Leviathan would be huge. I don't know how far away you are from Fury Class Interceptor or Malgus, but you want to time those two up, so when you get ready to unlock them, Leviathan's ready to go. And then you unlock them, Fury Class unlocks at relic at level 9 or 7 stars, so that's already done. And then you just get up Malgus, and then it's from there it's straightforward. So you really want to time that farm to when you get those guys. And I agree, the ships are a grind and painful. They are the worst farm in the entire game. Looking here, home 1, I would try to actually get like Raven's Claw up on the ship side. I put Raven's Claw in the starting lineup with B-Wing too. I'd get the B-Wing up. So my starting lineup is I run the Cassian D-Wing, Ghost, and Raven's Claw, and then for defense I bring in Phantom 2, the B-Wing. Obviously B-Wing comes out first, Wedge, and Bistan's B-Wing. So that's kind of the fleet I use for home 1. You have them at relic 7. Yeah, so you've already put a lot more into them than what you need. So I would try to take advantage of that. So having the Raven's Claw done and Bistan's would be, and the B-Wing would be nice. Run them daily, just like Ray Rock said. They are a huge grind. I hate ships. I really do. And then yeah, the trifecta, going for Jabba. You already have Luke, Leia, Jedi Master Luke. Then honestly, Guard. You already have C. Already have Vader. What's your Sith trial look like? Revan's already done. 60 away from Bane. Bane is going to be one of the people that you want to immediately get up. Boogie, you know this. Bane is A stop everything, you get Bane going. You are 3 months away from Bane. Darth Treya, I would get this team up and running too. This is a fantastic team. They're just kind of sitting here at Relic 5. So just put in the Zetas on them, really? And the mods. Alright, so your sidebar farms are DS clones and Revens. For the raid. Reckons at 7. So I take it this is all for the raid. That's what you're going for. For the clones. I mean, you have Vader, so they're good anyway, but are you on the Vanguard? Okay, so you're a ways away from the Jedi team. No Keller and Beck either. Okay. What raid do you guys do? You guys doing Rise? The Vader one? C6. Okay, getting the clones up would be big for you. That would up your score. Because I'm not seeing the new Bad Batch. I don't see much of the Jedi Vanguard. You don't have Kelleran ready to go. Those are like your heavier hitters. For that, Pirates like. So getting those clones up will be important. The new Bad Batch, not so much. It's actually less Kyro than you expect from them. I think they only need like 100, 200 Kyros. They're actually really not bad. But that said, the new Bad Batch are kind of not that great in the raid. The old ones are really, really heavy. For Kyros. They are really heavy. They're one of the most intense Kyro farm teams that you can have in the game. Like, a lot of people avoid Vader because of that reason. And finish Starkiller. Okay, so yeah, that's a lot of light speed bundles. Okay, so I see a lot of finishing your farms. Starkiller you want up. Without the Stranger, you could put him in with like a like a Ufu team. If you have Ufus, here's the 3. I don't see Terran. Okay, so what you could do without that is you could throw them in a like an old school Palpatine, Mara Jade, you could do Mara Jade, Palpatine, and then kind of throw in Vasas Mars, and I like Juhani personally. She's a good tank. So tossing her on there with Vasas, and that would give you another team that you could use. It's a really, really old school team, but I have actually beaten quite a few, not with Ezra, but I've beaten a lot of Leia's with Ben with it. Again, Ezra kind of, if you run into that, it won't work, but you get an option for Star Killer until you get the either the Force, the Ufus, or the Stranger. Kyber LST on Poncho Bros. That's good. Again, having them at, you want them at 7 at least. So one more relic level on them to at least start getting those arrow magnifiers and everything. And then just continue the farming. I like your path. Finishing up your farms, this could be a really nice account. Again, you already have the relics on the Sith Trio team. It would just be the mods and the Zetas. Of course, if everybody's kind of in like a Zeta crunch. Yeah, exactly. And that's why I feel like finishing your farms over going for something else and solidifying what you have. Like finishing up Star Killer. Get that team up and moving. Sith Trio. Really good team. The Sith Trio I used to counter a lot in GAC. And mine are only at Relic 5. They still hit really, really hard. So just finishing up these before you kind of look at a GL might be beneficial. And again, getting the Poncho Bros up. Like, as I said earlier, while you're doing all these smaller farms and getting everything good for these smaller accounts and trying to finish them up, getting the extra relic level on the Poncho Bros and then building up the material will be beneficial later down the road. It is 2 relic levels, like they're 2 relic 7s, but it's 2 relic 7s compared to more, and then you're getting the return on them. So yeah, that is something to think about as far as that. And this is honestly something that I did at first for a while too, is I kind of just unlocked something and I was like, sweet, I got it. And then I just kind of was like, all right, time to move on to this. Actually had a whole Excel sheet of when, like, one page was just for Proving Ground. So I knew exactly how many shards I had, And then it broke down to when I was going to unlock them. So I knew how many months I had for all my proving ground characters. I knew, and then in another tab I had all my Zetas listed that I was gonna do in order. Same with Omicrons. I had all those laid out, like, okay, I'm gonna finish this team. So I put out the Zetas that were important, like Nihilus. You don't need his leader. So I figured out the important Zetas, and I listed them in like order that of importance that I needed to. And I was able to fluctuate things if I needed to. Like if I unlocked SLKR, I was able to just group his Zetas and move him to the top, because obviously your GL takes priority when it comes to applying Zetas and stuff. So I had, again, I broke down the Zetas into the order that you needed to apply them on SLKR, and those were going in order. So I was constantly updating this stuff with Omicron, Zetas, farming path. I had a farming path listed out for the entire year. I knew exactly what I was farming, and I was like 2 or 3 steps ahead of like farming for stars and ships and everything, because I had it all broken down in the spreadsheet. And like I would be relicking one thing and be farming like stars down here while gearing somebody here. So I was constantly fluctuating between these 3 things, and it was a lot. That's why I'm thankful for this account, because outside of the new stuff, it's pretty much already here. But let's see. If that's all we have for roster reviews. Who's streaming? We have the Horizon over on Twitch. Of course, no problem, Boogie. Let's start the raid. If you guys want to hold on for a minute before we get into the Horizon, we will raid him, and then we will say hello over there. Who's on YouTube? Yeah, so if you look at the link tree in the link down below, the very top link is a link to the Discord. That'll take you right there, as well as in that link tree is Kate. That's a Club 38 link tree. That's everything for me and Kate. It has her Twitch is the one right under the Discord. So Discord is top, Kate's Twitch, my YouTube, my Twitch, the Club 38, Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and then under that is my new merchandise. I own the rights to my logo now, so I have some merch up, as well as the PayPal if you guys want to donate, because I don't have access to donations on the YouTube side of things right now. Nobody's streaming on YouTube. Okay. Nobody's streaming on YouTube. So unfortunately for everybody on YouTube, that is gonna end that one. Everybody on Twitch, we're gonna start the raid. So we're gonna send you over to the Horizon. I want to offer out a huge thank you to Caracal and Calvin Awesome. Calvin is awesome for sure. Thank you guys for the raids earlier. I appreciate that. And if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Again, if we hit 500 subscribers, we will be relic 10ing our Wampa. Is a big middle finger to Fat Phil. So, I mean, if you want to have fun with Phil and poke the bear a little bit, get those subs up. Thank you all for watching, and remember that rebellions are built on hope.